This is part 3 of the Battle of Sour-Devaux in France. This is an assault operation battle in the game Company of Heroes. This is my officer right here, and I actually skipped ahead in the video, which was just a lot of random battling and destroying MG nests. We were about, I don't know, 2 defenses into their line, so we're actually pretty far. So I paused here because this is actually a pretty interesting part. We have his bodyguards here, and then we have these stormtroopers that were just called in to help knock through their line. And my officer assists them in destroying this Greyhound. So I'm going to start the battle right now. My officer actually destroys the Greyhound with just his MP40. I upgraded it to the point where its ability to just destroy things. Well, he did not destroy that Greyhound, but he does destroy some Greyhound at some point with the stormtroopers. He is right now retreating back to the medical area at the mortar bunker. This is the mortar bunker area, and the mortar is firing. Now, it's weird. It is facing this way, but fires this way. Now, my officer right now is just healing up. So let's go see if we can find somewhere interesting on the battlefield. Here we have his bodyguards, which were just kind of left behind while fighting. I wouldn't really call them bodyguards because they have many squads, but they do protect the officer. Operation Assault is where a huge World War II battle is going on, and you choose an officer on one of the sides to fight in it and become a hero. Now they're fighting all these infantrymen right here. Now these American infantrymen are using the M1 Grand automatic, semi-automatic rifle. Now the M1 Grand was established by the Americans and used in World War II. It was used, I wouldn't say fairly early, but it was used exactly when they came into Normandy and they stormed the beaches. Now when they stormed the beaches, they put bags over the rifles to keep the water out. Well, there goes France. Let's see where my officer is. Here he is. Right here with his stormtrooper guards. Now, the stormtrooper guards are actually using the Kar-98K rifle, but just by telling by the uniforms you could tell they're pretty elite. Now, their uniforms were dressed like this so they could camouflage. Camouflage in a regular battle, when you call in the stormtroopers, camouflage is actually one of the many abilities they have. The battle is about 21 minutes into it, and I took off the fog of war, which means we can watch the enemy too. We can watch what they're doing as well. Now, places like these concrete walls, are actually heavy cover in the game. Cover is actually very important when battling between squads, because, well, it just kind of like depends on who wins and who loses, who's in heavier cover. Now this is where my officer destroys the M1 Greyhound. Or the M8 Greyhound, sorry. He destroys it with just an MP40. And there we go. Don't know how he did it, but the gun is really upgraded, so. My officer's actually kill streak is about to hit 100 kills. Now, he's coming over here and he's going to assist these grenadiers in taking over this mortar bunker here. Well, it was already destroyed, but we're going to push through the line a bit, keep them out. My officer is going to run up here. He runs up here and he flanks them. And then the grenadiers automatically run up here for cover. Now, in my opinion, I like the game Theater of War a little more. It's a little more realistic. You know, I like the little things in this game, like here we have a wall right here, and I just heard like the squad leader yell, "Get up against the wall," and well, the guy did. He ran up here. It's also, yeah, squad leaders will give command to their troops, and they'll actually listen to those commands. But if an officer gives them commands, then they all listen. He's gonna throw his grenade, and he destroys it. In the American machine gun nest, there's not one over here, but maybe there's. Nope. I'm gonna try and find a not destroyed one. Yeah, see, like right here. They have inside them the Maxis machine gun, which was a machine gun used in World War I. Now, the big barrel right here was actually filled with cold water. Now, this would cool the barrel. It was probably the least effective way of cooling a barrel, but they did not know that. Let's go over here and we'll try and see a German bunker and see what they have in there. Here's a bunker. Now, here we have a grenadier man manning the MG. This looks like a heavy MG-42 used to suppress infantry. Let's go back up to the officer. He appears to be running through. We are actually halfway through the line, and the last video will be the end of the battle. Now, the Battle of Sour Devil was fought in France in 1944. There is a Sherman, and we will see what happens to that Sherman later on in the battle. Let's just click on them if we don't. Best line right there. You've been in the candy again, haven't you?